Let's be honest, most free-to-play games on Steam aren't worth your time. That's not an opinion, it's just a fact of life for us PC gamers. They're often packed with microtransactions, abandoned by their developers, or just not fun. We spend hours scrolling through new releases, just hoping to find that one hidden gem that makes the endless search feel worthwhile. But every once in a while, you find a game that is so close to perfect, it almost hurts. A game with a brilliant concept, an addictive gameplay loop, and a ton of heart. I found one of those games. It's a brand new ice cream shop sim that I have not been able to put down for the past 3 days. It's called Ice Cream Simulator Prologue. It was released on May 8th, 2026 by developer AM Playhouse and publisher Playway SA, and it is the definition of a diamond in the rough. The core of this game is magnificent. It gets so much right, but it has a few tiny, almost unnoticeable flaws holding it back from being a true masterpiece. And today, we're not just going to review it, we're going to fix it. These are the small, crucial tweaks that would elevate this game from a fun distraction into an absolute obsession. Before we get into the nuts and bolts, let's talk about what makes this game so special right out of the box. Playway is a publisher known for its simulator titles, and they definitely have a certain formula, but Ice Cream Simulator just hits different. It's not another tycoon game where you just click through menus. This is a first-person, hands-on experience, and it is incredibly satisfying. First and most importantly, that core gameplay loop is so addictive. The prologue drops you into your very own little ice cream shop. From a first-person perspective, you do everything. You grab your milk, sugar, and flavors from the store or the rack. You mix them, let it chill in the freezer, and then scoop it into the display case. When customers come in, you take their order, grab a cone, scoop the ice cream, and hand it over. The sound design of the scoop scraping through the frozen tub, the look of a perfect sphere of ice cream on a cone, it's this simple, tactical joy that's almost like ASMR. It's this hands-on approach that really sets it apart. You're not just managing a business, you're the artisan, the scooper, and the cashier. It makes every dollar you earn feel genuinely deserved. Second, the progression and charm are perfectly balanced for a casual sim. As you serve customers, you earn money and experience, which unlocks new flavors, better ingredients, and different cones and toppings. The game even has a dynamic customer system where different people have different levels of patience, and this changes across the 4 seasons you play through. You start with basic vanilla in the autumn, but by the time winter rolls around, you're trying to figure out if you can charge a premium for a fancy strawberry scoop. The shop itself is your cozy little corner of the world. While customization is a bit limited in the prologue, the potential is there, promising a much deeper experience in the full game, which is slated for release on June 5th, 2026. And finally, the most unbelievable part, this prologue is completely free. This is essentially a demo for the full Ice Cream Simulator game, and that full game will most likely not be free. In a time when proper game demos are getting rarer, AM Playhouse and Playway delivered a substantial, polished, and genuinely fun slice of their upcoming game at no cost. It's got a positive review score on Steam for a reason. It respects your time. It isn't bogged down by monetization. And it's a brilliant proof of concept that leaves you wanting more. This isn't just a demo, it's a promise of greatness. And that's why the small issues are so noticeable, because they're the only things standing in the way of perfection. The game gets so much right, and that's why these small issues are so frustrating. They don't ruin the experience, not at all. but they're like a low-level hum of annoyance in an otherwise beautiful symphony. They're holding it back. The good news? They're all fixable. The first and most baffling problem is the complete lack of an on-screen clock. You start your day, customers roll in, you're busy scooping and cleaning, and you have absolutely no idea what time it is. The day just ends. The shop closes automatically at 10 p.m. in game time, but with no way to see that, you can't pace yourself. You don't know if you have 5 minutes or 5 hours left. This leads to moments where you're either rushing for no reason or casually cleaning up a spill only to have the end of day screen pop up, leaving a line of angry customers. The fix is almost laughably simple. Just add a clock to the UI. A small clock in the corner, just like the one in Playway's other big hit, Supermarket Simulator, would completely solve this. It's such a basic quality of life feature for a sim game that its absence is jarring. Letting players manage their time is the core of the genre. It allows for strategy. Okay, it's 8 p.m. I've got 2 hours left. I can serve these last few customers and then prep for tomorrow. Without a clock, you're just reacting, not managing. This brings me to the second issue, which is tied directly to time management. You can't close your shop early. The day ends at 10 p.m. Period. Some days, that's fine. But what about when you sell out of every single flavor by 6 p.m.? You're forced to just stand there in your empty shop for 4 more in-game hours while disappointed customers come in, stare at your empty freezers, and leave in a huff, probably hurting your reputation. It feels punishing and honestly a little silly. You're the owner. Shouldn't you decide when to lock up? The solution is just as straightforward. Give us an end day button. If you've sold out or just had enough, you should have the choice to close up, count your money, and move on. This empowers the player and rewards efficiency. If you have a great morning and sell out by noon, you should be rewarded with a shorter day, not punished with hours of standing around. This one change would dramatically improve the game's pacing and make the whole loop feel more respectful of the player's choices. The third and final tweak is about the grind. In the prologue, you do everything yourself. That's great at first because you learn the ropes. But as your shop gets busier, the workload becomes massive. You're trying to mix a new batch of strawberry, serve 3 people, restock cones, and clean a spill all at once. It gets overwhelming, and it highlights a huge missing feature: hiring help. Now, the full game promises you can hire staff, but the problem is when you should be able to do so. If we look at Supermarket Simulator again, you can't hire your first cashier until you hit store level 10, which takes a fair bit of grinding. For Ice Cream Simulator, waiting that long would be a mistake. The core fun is making ice cream and designing your shop, not being a human cash register. Ching ching! The fix is to introduce staff much earlier. Let us hire a basic scooper or cashier at shop level 2 or 3. They don't have to be perfect. Make them slow. Make them take a big cut of the profits. But give us the option to delegate the most repetitive tasks early on. This would free us up to focus on the fun stuff, creating new recipes, optimizing the shop layout, and planning our expansion. Pushing this feature too deep into the game risks turning the mid-game into a frustrating slog. Getting an employee early would be a game changer, letting you shift from being an employee to being a true manager. So, a clock, a button to close up the shop, and the ability to hire someone early. That's it. These aren't massive redesigns, they are small quality of life tweaks, but their impact would be huge. Making these changes would smooth out all the rough edges, transforming Ice Cream Simulator Prologue from a fun game into a truly exceptional one that you have to play. The foundation AM Playhouse has built is rock solid, and the concept is a winner. With these refinements, the full game, launching on June 5th, could easily be one of the biggest simulation hits of the year. I genuinely believe this game is a diamond. It just needs a little polish to really shine. So, I want you to go to Steam, download Ice Cream Simulator Prologue for free, and see for yourself. Let me know in the comments if you agree with me. What other small changes do you think would make it even better? And more importantly, tell me what other free-to-play hidden gems you've been playing lately. I'm always on the hunt. If you enjoyed this deep dive, make sure to subscribe and hit that bell, because finding and fixing these hidden gems is what this channel is about. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.